Hello, 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 hello. Is this thing on again? Hey, y'all. What's up, man? Listen, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Your boy is back again. I had a little time today, so I said, you know what? Let me do a video because I be seeing too many scary videos out there that's giving you guys misinformation or I guess information that you're having a misunderstanding about. So let me clarify that. But before I get into that, listen, doing lives, y'all think this is easy? Because it's not. I still get anxiety doing lives, y'all. I was supposed to been to press start the live 20 minutes ago. And I just be getting up, walking around, doing stuff. The anxiety is real. Talking to you guys is real. I know I make it seem good. I know I make it look good. And I know I make it seem easy. But listen, there's just once the camera's rolling, my personality is rolling. That's old Will Smith. I got that old Will Smith in me, not the new Will Smith. Got the old Will Smith. All right. But without further ado, I'm going to show y'all this clip, right? So if y'all watching TikToks and Instagram videos and things of that nature, this is a clip of a real estate agent. So no shade. I'm not going to throw no shade at him. Most of his videos, he knows what he's talking about sometimes. So he seems very informed. But I just want to show you how a video can be taken out of context for the people that don't know. And then I'm going to share some information with you after the video. So, hey, roll that beautiful beam footage, please. Producer, roll the clip. There we go. Entire screen. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So let's roll the clip, y'all. All right. So let me stop right there. Let me see if I can make that screen big so y'all can see that. So y'all can take a look at that. So let me stop right there. Let me get rid of that and see what that looks like. That's beside me. Okay. So let me go back to that share screen real quick so y'all can take a look at that because I want to speak on that real quick. All right. All right. So take a look at this. So when you guys see videos like that, the first thing that comes to your mind is, oh my God, I can't buy a house right now. I can't afford it right now. The fact of the matter is you can afford what you can afford. So even if you're not in a certain price range, yes, the high interest rates can bump you out of a typical price range for you. But if it bumps you out by $100 or $200, that house range, you probably wasn't supposed to be in that house range to begin with. And I'm gonna let you know why I say that. So if it's only $100 to $200 that's really stopping you from getting a home because of the interest rates that bumped you out of that, then you may need to look at what size house you're looking at. And so I don't want to get into that part of that, but I just want to kind of bring light to this. You see how he got this example. So for the normal person, you're looking at this and you're saying, man, I guess I gotta wait till they get down to 3% again because I sure don't want it at 8%, right? So the other day I showed our video and I said, hey, I'm not gonna be the guy I'm a realtor that's gonna get that house at 400. I'm gonna get it for 320. So if I was a person to get it at 320, but I got it at 6%, then what do you think the price would be? Do you think it'd be less than that? More than likely. Well, I'm finna show y'all what it looks like. I'm finna at least show y'all what a couple of them look like. Let's go right here to my other example. All right, so I just picked this house because it was $400,000, and I want to keep it. I want to keep the same thing. I want to keep the same energy that he got in his example. So take a look at this, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go to mortgage calculator. All right, y'all see this mortgage calculator? Let me drop this down to 400. Hold on. I'm gonna go back because I want to show y'all something. If you look into the remarks, it says up to 3% in flex cash. So just in case y'all don't know the math, I did it for you. That's $12,000. So the builder on this house is offering you $12,000 to go towards your closing costs, to go towards a rate buy down, to go towards whatever you want to use it for, right? All right, so let's take a look and see what that looks like. So I changed the sale of the price to 400,000 because we can get it down to 400,000. I mean, it's a new build. Typically, it's hard to get the new builds to kind of go down on the price. They're willing to give you money, like as in he gave you 3% flex cash, but most of the time they're not willing to go down on the price because they're continuously building homes in that area. So it doesn't make sense for them to kind of take down the equity of the home just for the sake of a sale. So they'll try to give you as much money as they can. So let's look at this. Let's look at the normal 3%. It's like 3.5, but I'm just gonna put 3 because I don't feel like putting 3.5. All right. So typically you would need that as a down payment. All right. So your flex cash automatically would be that for the down payment. So you could go into this situation and not have to put nothing down on the home because you can use that flex cash for that. Let's go ahead and change this to 8%, right? All right. See, listen, I'm just doing the numbers based on what he gave me, you guys. All right. So we're looking at that right here. And at 8%, 400,000. Let's say that home is you're gonna be paying 3,300. I don't know where he got the 37 from. Oh, what was that for? Yeah, I don't know where he got 37 from, but that's fine. So anyway, so let's say we paying about 3,300. All right. In today's market, let me just go ahead and tell y'all right now. I said this before. I'm gonna keep saying this. I don't know what lender is doing 8% right now. So just because y'all see that or y'all hear that the rates, and right now they're like 7 point something right now. They're not even 8, but I'm just going with the example that they gave me. So there's nobody closing 8% deals right now. It's just not happening. I'm sorry. I mean, you got to have like the poorest credit profile ever. And that doesn't necessarily mean the score is low. That just means the profile is low. So that means your score may be good enough to get approved, but then you may have like some debt on there, and then they say, you know what, well, we just gonna give you the highest interest rate because you seem like a poor candidate right now. So nobody is closing deals right now at 8, you guys. So let's say you decide to use that $12,000 that you saw that they were giving you 3% towards flex cash. Let's just say you bought your interest rate down to 6. What's your note right now? 2,700. Your note is 2,700. Let's click back on his example real quick. So your note right now for that 400,000 is 27. They talking about the people that got that same home at 3 was at 24. So you sitting there, all these people bragging now about that 3% now. They paying that $2,400 mortgage, and you're gonna be sitting in at that 27, right? Look at it. Take a look at it now. It's a mortgage calculator. Now take a look at it. Now I'm finna do you one step further. I know y'all been hearing how they be saying that the interest rates have been dropping. The Fed has promised that they're gonna drop the rates, and they're saying that this drop may happen coming into next spring. It may happen next year. It may happen the year after next. Let's just say you purchase this house right now at 6% because they gave you $12,000 to help buy down your rate. So let's just say you was locked in at this 6. And now you got this 27. 2 years from now, you decide to refinance. There's going to be some equity in the home. Don't worry about that. You better believe everything you're jumping into now, you're jumping into equity. I'm going to show you another example, though, but let's just say you can refi. So now let's say the interest rate drops to 4%. So now you refi within the first 2 years, it drops to 4%. Let's see how much we save. All right, that drops down another what? Almost $400, right? So some of y'all say, well, now so this is for all the negative people that's going to say, oh, well, now your 30 years start over. All right. How many months in a year? 12 in 2 years, 24 months. All right. So your 30 years start over, right? So you're going to say you lost 24 months, correct? All right. So you just saved, what was that? 300, 400? Let's say 400. So you just saved $400, right? So $400 times 24 months is 9,600. So you basically spent, or you basically would say, I wasted $9,600, yada, 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 because I refinanced, quote unquote. How long will you think it'll take you to get that money back? How long do you really think? How many months? So in another 2 years, you're going to get that money back and then some, right? Because you at least going to match it and you're going to get that money back. So when people say, oh, well, you started all over at 30, yeah, you might have started all over, but now look at you. You had that $2,400 mortgage payment now. So you're going to most definitely get that money back. So don't listen to people when they say don't refi. You don't refi when you're about to pay something off. That's when you don't refi. But when you just get started, you can refinance. Now you're at 2,300. So let's take a look at this example with the people that got that glorious 3%, right? Hold on. You mean to sit here and tell me there's a chance that your neighbor who got that wonderful 3% everybody is jumping for joy about, there's a chance that you may be paying $100 less? Oh, wow. That's crazy, right? We don't want to do that, right? We don't want to get locked in at a 4% and pay $100 less than everybody that got a chance to take advantage of the 3%, right? That doesn't make any sense, right? So why would it benefit you now to purchase? Well, I'm finna tell you why. So let's look. That was a brand new home that I just showed you guys. So that's a new build, new construction. It doesn't get completed until it says the 14th. That's tomorrow. All right. So let me go back. I'm gonna show you a home. Not everybody's looking for new builds, but if you are, you can get wonderful concessions for those. Let me show you guys something real quick. I'm gonna click on this older home. A lot of people say, just get me into a house and I can fix it up because I can make it my own, right? So let's look at what a fixer-upper would look like. All right, this is a modern fixer-upper. It has a fence in the back, nice size yard. You're not close to your neighbors like, the new build could have been. All right, let's take a look at it. You can do a little coloring on the outside if you want to. You can see it does look a little older. And so I'm not trying to sell you the house. I'm just saying you can get you some new cabinets in there, new stuff. So listen, we said we were going to fix it up now. So this is what we would look at if we wanted to fix it up. So just say, you know what? I just need a house, especially if I got a single mom out there. It's like, I just need a house for my son, for my daughter, for my kids. I don't got 2 little kids. They just need a little something. Y'all most definitely going to paint all of that and redo some of that. All right. So let's stop looking at that because it's hurting my eyes. So this house is on the market for $365,000. Listen, if there's somebody, if y'all kin of somebody selling this house or you selling this house, listen, don't be mad at me. Listen, all right. Don't be mad at what I'm about to say. All right. So you got almost an acre and it's at 365. This is one of those homes, and it's 1,700 square foot. This is one of those homes that when the market dropped at 3%, this house probably was worth 250, but it inflated to 365. So the question is, if you want to buy now or later, why would you buy later when it drops down to, let's say, 4%? When that house I showed you that was at 400,000, it's probably going to be at 450. I'm not finna do the math on that. You paying more. I'm just going to tell you right now. You paying more. I don't got to do the calculations. So then when I show you this, so now this house that probably was that should be at 250 or 300,000, these people are selling it for 365 because currently every house around them or in their neighborhood at that square footage is probably going for around that price, right? So this is part of the inflation. That house I just went through the pictures, it should not be selling at 365. I'm sorry. So it's been on the market for 34 days. They're not giving you anything. It doesn't look like they're offering anything in this. I'm reading it. So what does that mean? That means a professional realtor as myself, very experienced. That means, and when I say experience, I mean my negotiating skills are like A1. There's no way in the world me and my client is paying 365. It ain't happening, Captain. So me and my single mom, single dad, one income household, we ain't paying that 365. First of all, that 365 is close to that 400,000. So if we got 2 incomes, we're gonna go to the 400,000. So that's first of all. That's how I'm gonna start this little negotiation tactic. But second of all, at that 365, I already know that home is inflated. So let's put the numbers in of what that home should be, because that's exactly what we're paying. I'm taking that bad boy all the way down to 325. If don't nobody believe I can do it, then y'all need to check my IG and see how I done negotiated homes down well off of what they was trying to sell it for. So now let's talk. So now I'm finna take this bad boy down all the way to 325, because that's what I'm gonna negotiate it down to. We finna go to the same 3%, that you would put down, 3.5 or something like that, but I'm just putting the 3. I just like even numbers. Why are they not doing that? Okay, there we go. So that's what your down payment would be. All right. So even if we bought that now at the scary 8 that he was scaring everybody with, I'm just gonna leave it at 7.5 because it ain't even nowhere near 8. So even if we got it at the scary 8, my single mom, she probably would say, you know what, Rob, I'm not gonna be able to afford that. So what we're gonna do is, not only am I not gonna, if I don't negotiate that down to that, I said, I'll tell you what, let's go back up on that. Let's go back up 10 so I can get 10. So now I'm gonna go back up 10, right? And you're gonna say, what's the purpose of that? So I went back up 10 so I could go ahead and tell them people, look, we're gonna give y'all 335. So y'all either gonna take 225 and we're not gonna ask for nothing, or we're gonna give y'all 335, but you got to give us at least 10 on that on sellers concessions. And so you said, what we're gonna do with the 10? Well, we're gonna take that 10 and buy that 7.5. We're gonna buy that bad boy down to a 6. So now we at 2,200. So now she like, you know what? That still saved me a couple of $100. You know what? I think we can afford that. So now she gonna go in, he or she gonna go in, they're gonna purchase this house. And then when that interest rate drops, like everybody say it is, or just like you're hearing the people say it is. Now look, what she gonna do when she refi? Now she or he is at an 1,800. My client is at 1,800 now, all of a sudden. So guess what? I got equity in the home, first of all, because when the interest rate drops, what is going to happen? The price is going to inflate again. So now you're probably going to get somebody that's going to sell a house in that neighborhood, same square footage, probably for like 400,000. So now I got 65,000 in equity, right? So what am I going to do with that 65? Well, really that's 65. What I'm going to do with that 65 in equity? You know what? I can borrow against it if I want to fix the house up now. I don't got to borrow a lot. It ain't gonna take nothing but a good 15,000 probably to just fix their house in. That's gonna be a nice little loan. They're gonna take that little 30-year on their equity and throw it out for another 30 years. So let's see what 15,000 would look like if I just borrow 15,000 just to fix their house up into the equity. So y'all, I'm doing a little extra calculation just so y'all know. That's an extra little 163 a month. So I'm gonna take that 15,000 and plug it into that already 1,800. We already bought the house at 22, right? And it dropped down to 18, right? And we already know we can afford the 22. So when it dropped down to 18, when we add that little 163 to the 18, now we at 1963. And guess what? Now I can get them cabinets redone. I can get them new appliances in. And if I wanted to redo the hardwood, fine. If the hardwood's solid, we good. I can get one of my Hispanic cousins. Yes, all Hispanic people are kin to me. I'm Latin. If y'all didn't know, y'all just found out. So get one of my cousins to go in and repaint that bad boy for the low. And now I'm at 1,900. So now I'm gonna take a look back at. I'm gonna go back to 335 just so y'all can see. Just because I know it was confusing, y'all. We're gonna go back to this. What was that? That was at a 3, and then we're gonna go back to that at the 4. So yeah, so they're 19. So now when y'all saw it was like 19, so let's just pretend that it's back up to that 19. So now we looking at 1,900. The whole house is redone. We refied. We locked in at the 4%. And now we got a workable mortgage with the inside being totally renovated. See, y'all didn't even know that. Y'all didn't even know if you take a refi out, or if you take like a home equity loan out, I'm sorry, not the refi, but if you take a home equity loan out, they're going to stretch out on 30 years. When they stretch that bad boy out on 30 years, it's going to take, all it is going to be another payment. So when it's going to be that 163, you can afford that 163 because we already was locked in when this was at 6%. When it was at 6%, look at what the price was. We was already paying 2,200. So you mean to sit here and tell me you can get that older home for my single family clients, or for my hardworking low income clients? They say you might got 2 incomes, but the 2 incomes only equal enough for you to be able to purchase this, and you okay with fixing that up? You still can afford that, and you still can get it brand new in the inside with a little love and tender care. Look, let me go back to this. Let me take that share screen off. Stop sharing me so I can talk to y'all. I'm tired. I ain't tired. I'm lying. I ain't tired. I love putting y'all on game. Y'all just not listening to the people that I ain't gonna say get paid. Y'all not listening to the people that take it serious. I take this serious. Like when y'all say how serious do I take it, people say, well, you gonna say whatever you gonna say to make a sale. No, I'm not. I got a trucking company that's doing very well. I'm talking very well. So well, that's why y'all don't see me a lot. It's doing very well. Like we can live off the trucking company income and my wife's income. I love real estate. I love helping people become homeowners, and I love looking out for my people that look like me. You know what I'm saying? People that look like me. So I can't stress enough that when I'm telling you right now is a perfect time to buy, this ain't about a sale for me. Not your boy. Can't be about a sale. So it's way personal. This is the person that's like, I do people credit for free at this point. I do a lot of other, I set up LLCs for free. Like, what are we talking about? I got so much that I can just charge people for just information alone. I choose not to do it. It doesn't cost for me to be a buyer agent. So if you're looking to buy, it don't cost you a dime. Come on, y'all. Y'all tripping. But I'm gonna let y'all keep listening to them folks like I just showed y'all, little buddy, in his little video. And y'all keep assuming that now is not the perfect time, and keep assuming that. And you just go ahead and wait. Go ahead and wait for the interest rates to drop. And when they drop, that house that I showed you for 365, it's gonna be 400K. Then you really gonna be priced out. See, it's almost like a weighting scale. You're either gonna be priced out by the price of the house, or you may be priced out by the interest. So get the house when it's cheaper and the interest is a little higher, because then you can refi when the rates drop. And guess what? You got the house at a cheaper price, and now you got the interest rate at a cheaper price. Make it make sense. All right, let me see what y'all talk about. They don't hear anything. I know they don't. I know they don't count. I am trying to let them know. I'm trying to let them know. Miss Taylor, you know I'm letting them know. Donnie, what's going on? What's going on? This is one of my lenders right here on there on the ones and twos right now. That's gonna be your first step. Your first step is just say, hey, I gotta talk to the people that's gonna let me borrow the money. So that's your first step. Well, you got a half a step right before that, and that's talk to the man that know what he's talking about. And then I'm gonna send you to the people that let you borrow the money. Then we're gonna figure out how much money can you borrow, and then we're gonna figure out what kind of house can you get into. And then guess what we're gonna do 30 days later? Close on that beautiful home that you've been waiting on. So listen, y'all got the dream. Y'all just got to put the plan in motion. I had somebody ask me the other day, what's the first thing you would do right now? Well, the first thing I would do before anything is, the credit score got to look gorgeous. It's got to look sexy. It's got to look something. It can't look ugly. Now, right now, they are giving loans to people with credit scores that I can tell you that ain't even nowhere near 660. I'm seeing people getting loans at 640. I'm seeing people getting loans at 620. And I ain't going to lie to you, there are some people out there that might have got one at 580. Don't quote me on that. But I will say this. Work on your credit first. If you got any foolish collections and you can afford to pay them off, pay them off. If you can't, then reach out to me, and then I can go ahead and challenge them, and we can see if we can get them off the old school challenge method way. And then once we get those off, we got to rebuild the credit, because now you ain't got no history. So once we rebuild it, then we got to add you to an account or something, and we can figure that out. I got ways to make that happen. But it doesn't start until you get off the couch and make it happen. So quit talking about, I used to once have a dream of owning a home. You still got that dream. So we got to make it happen. All right, I ain't going to talk to y'all no more. But y'all know who to reach out to. Reach out to me. Slide it to my DM. Slide it to my instant messages. Or reach out to any realtor that y'all see me interview or talk to. And yes, I am going to be talking to the wonderful, the nostalgic, the new Papa, Randall Richmond, because he is, like I said, once again, he's killing it down there in Memphis. And we need to talk to him and see what he's doing down there, because that man ain't doing deals. Now, he's the hottest realtor in Tennessee at this point. So I got to get back on my game. Listen, hey, look, Danielson out there. I'm Mr. Miyagi, Danielson out there kicking butt. But listen, y'all have a wonderful day. If y'all need anything from me, y'all know how to reach me.